So we are on the 4th of February. Yes, hasn't reached the 5th yet, but it's late at night. I have just jumped out of the shower, so I am completely fresh faced, no makeup, no eyebrows, wasn't born with any. Mum and dad didn't give me none. Hey, ask me why I was looking at the light instead of looking at the camera. I don't know. But I'm just trying it now where let's try and do a video where I don't edit anything. I just keep everything in completely raw, including me, completely raw. Lucky thing I've actually got good skin, to be honest with you, so yeah. So what I was going to talk about here, see, all the ermine and everything's going to be kept in. This is strange for me because usually it's like I prepare myself to create a video. I don't normally do them off the back like this, but I felt the need to because I want to do a reel anyway. So I thought, let me just do this video and see how it turns out. Do something new, get out your comfort zone, push yourself in order to expand yourself. So I'm giving myself permission in order to expand. I'm giving myself permission in order to explore new territories. I am giving myself permission to come out of my comfort zone completely and not feel like I have to be locked into a specific norm, a specific way of doing things because you want to keep a certain way of looking. Anyway, I digress. Maybe that's not digressing. Hey. Now you can see all the things that actually happen on a video that I will edit out. So I have started my detox, Parasite cleanse to be exact. So a Parasite detox, I am eating 100% clean. No fried foods, no processed foods. I don't eat meat or dairy anyway, so that's not a problem. Don't drink alcohol, so that's not a problem. I don't smoke anymore. It's been about 4 years since I stopped smoking, but I'll do a conversation about that another time. So the reason why I do these Parasite cleanses, the last one I did was August last year. So the reason why I do them is because I know when my body is telling me it needs a flush, it needs a clear, it needs to be refreshed, it needs to be reset. And I follow that nudge. And 2 days before I started, and I said I was going to start, my body actually started doing its own thing. My digestive system started clearing itself, and I was like, all right, cool. I can see what's happening here. It's clear as day that I need to just push forward and do this. And I am huge right now on, I say right now, but did I do that? Yeah, I did sometimes, to be honest with you. But I'm huge right now on following my word, having that self-trust, having that self-integrity, having that self-reliance on my own words. Because if I don't follow what my words are and what I'm saying to myself, then how am I supposed to trust myself? How am I supposed to manifest the things that I actually want? I can't, right? Because I'm not being honest and true to myself. I'm saying I'm going to do X and then I decide to do Y. You know, yes, plans can change, but that's like saying, yeah, I'm going to start this book tomorrow. Tomorrow comes, you don't start it. Yeah, I'm going to do it tomorrow. Tomorrow actually doesn't come. It literally is, you keep pushing it. And then what happens is the growth of self keeps getting delayed, unfortunately. So now I am huge on do it when your spirit and your body especially is telling you to do it, because your body already knows the way, it knows the direction. The mind gets involved and starts overthinking, and then we get into a whole different, you know, board game of back and forth and tit for tat. Should I, shouldn't I? And you pulled in two directions. That's not what I want for self. So in starting my detox, I do detox programs anyway, so I'll leave the link below on that. I also do the products that you can actually detox the whole kit. So I know what I'm doing with this, and I've also wrote a book on this. Why I don't have it in my hand right now, I do not know, but I'll just have it in my hand in another video. I'm not going to run around and go and get it now, which I should have. See, this is what happens when you don't prepare for videos. But it's all right, everything's happened the way it should. So the first 2 days, today has been the day where I've noticed that I've been clearing out so much, and it's made me actually realize how much waste we hold. Did I not realize this before? Of course, because this is nowhere near the first cleanse and detox that I've done. I've done many, but today I was just medsing on that, how we don't actually realize how much waste the digestive system is holding. And I'm a person that goes to the toilet every day, at least 2 to 3 times a day. I will go to the toilet. Most people don't go every day, and if you don't, and then that's you, that's not healthy. You need to start hydrating yourself. That is one of the ways that you can start going to the toilet more often, or more fruit and vegetables. But I'll get into another video with that. So where was I? You see, these are the moments that will happen that I edit out, but I'm not going to. So yeah, we don't realize how much waste we're actually holding onto in the body. And sorry, it's going to get a little bit graphic, not images but words. When I let go of the waste today, I was like, whoa, that does not smell good. Obviously, when you're letting go of parasites, you're going to smell that sulfur smell when they're actually coming out. And obviously, I'm also doing a fungal cleanse as well, antifungal cleanse. So the same thing, you're going to smell, it's going to smell foul. But when there's waste that's sitting in the colon, sitting in the digestive system, sitting in the intestines for long periods of time, it's going to smell foul. But then that brought me to the space of, well, what does that actually do to the body then? How does that react to your intestines? How does that react to everything else? Because if that is sitting in there, then the liver can't do its job properly, because the liver is going to be struggling now. It's just backed up with all of these toxins. Then the body starts to actually reabsorb itself. And then obviously you get a protruding stomach and so many other things. The skin starts going crazy. So many other things start going wrong with the body just because it has so much toxins sitting in there. And toxins don't just come from the food we eat, it's the drinks we eat, the drinks we drink, the things we put on our skin, the fact that we don't actually, drink enough water or use certain tools in order to allow the lymphatic system to flush, like going to the sauna, like wood therapy. And that's something I'll get into today on this video, because I went to the gym yesterday and wow, my legs are killing me. Trying to sit down, trying to stand up, trying to go upstairs, trying to walk. It's a myth right now. I'm getting it done, but it's hurting. So these are the tools that I'm going to be using today to help my legs to release a little bit before I go to the gym tomorrow morning. I just decided to really get a huge dose of a different level of discipline, because I'm disciplined when it comes to diet, disciplined in what I eat, disciplined in what I drink, disciplined in who I'm around, what I listen to. I'm disciplined in so many different ways. But I noticed that when it came to going to the gym, I was being lazy. I started being lazy and no, we're not doing that. And then when it came to eating out, I started doing a bit too much of that. So then I had to kind of rein that in and balance it out by doing my detox, getting back in the gym, doing some yoga, treating the body like the goddess that she is, because this is high quality, this is high quality technology here, and I have to make sure that I'm treating it right. Because again, I went into something on TikTok earlier today, not even earlier today, probably about an hour ago, and I posted a video stating that people always want others to treat them with respect, but they don't treat their own self with respect. You can't expect other people to treat you like how you don't treat you. Did that make sense? You can't expect other people to treat you a specific way and you don't treat yourself that way. If you don't have no self-trust, if you don't have no self-consistency, if you don't have these things, you can't expect people to come in that are trustworthy, that have and hold a high level of integrity, because they're just coming and matching your vibration. So now we have to kind of look at ourselves and say, what's going on here? And that doesn't mean that that's been happening in my life at all, to be honest with you, because I've literally been attracting the total opposite of what I'm just talking about, because of the way that I've been dealing with myself, because of the consistency and discipline that I've been putting in. And when I'm an adamant person, when I put my eye on something or I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it, and I'm not stopping until it gets done. And that's how I ended up getting a whole restaurant and having that for a few years, and until I got burnout because I didn't know how to let things go. That's a whole different conversation. Trust me, I feel like I've lived 10 lifetimes in the how old am I now? In the 42 years I've been on this earth, sometimes I feel like I've lived 10 lifetimes, man. I say 42 and I'm like, is it 42? It is. You guys are really seeing all the bloopers live, oh, but it is what it is. Like, this is a part of authenticity, right? Being your full self at all times. I feel like I do enough editing when it comes to life. When you're interrupting patterns, you have to like edit your words or edit the way you're gonna just about to behave, and catch yourself and pull yourself back. So there's so much editing that happens, but is the editing positive for your growth, you know, for your nourishment, for your expansion? Or is it something that's actually editing the raw version of you where you're not actually being you anymore? That doesn't mean that I can't put eyebrows on. That doesn't mean that I can't put a bit of foundation on for one, or some mascara, you know, or some plaits in my hair. That doesn't mean any of those things, but it does mean that I have to be comfortable being my raw version of self in front of any and anyone, because I did not wear any type of makeup at all till I was about, wow, how old was I? I'd say late 20s when I actually started to wear mascara. And then it was 30s when I actually started to wear eyebrows and foundation. And that just shows you, like, I took years to do any of that. I used to wear a little bit of lipstick, but other than that, I didn't want all the rest of it. I just felt like I didn't need it. I didn't want it. I didn't want to get used to it. I saw so many people doing that till they had those, you know, black rings around their eyes because they're not getting enough vitamin D, because the sun's not able to penetrate their skin because they're just layering it on with so much foundation. And now I make sure I get my skin breathing at times, so it's not every day I'm wearing foundation, you know. Every day I wear eyebrows though, unless I'm indoors myself. Listen, my mum and dad gave me none, and I know, yeah, it's only a little bit though, but I have to just, you know, add a little bit at least. Anyhow, um, this is so weird doing this like this. Okay, so let's stay where I'm supposed to be. Wood therapy. You're seeing it all live. The light just dropped and we're pushing forward regardless. So this is what I'm going to use in order to roll over the fires, because whew, the way these legs are burning. Oh my gosh. I wonder if I can actually pull it down while you're live. Ooh, trying to balance that light. I didn't want to bring out the big light because who wants to set that up late at night? Ain't nobody got time for that. So let's see if I can do this so you can see what I'm doing. Right. So you can see, right? So literally just run it across the legs. Little bit of pressure, but not too much where it's like, ouch. Really, I'm supposed to start from the bottom and bring it up towards the heart. Roll up, roll up, roll up. Make it about 6 to 8 times on each part. And then do the same at the top. Oh, I'm not gonna lie, I can feel, yeah, I can feel the tension. But that just means the workouts are doing wonders. Oh, and with this tool, in circles. Not too much pressure. These types of tools, I will do more when I come of this video, but these types of tools, they basically help the lymph flush any type of fluid and toxins that sit in the body. It also massages the fascia, and obviously we know that the fascia stores a lot of trauma and a lot of emotions within that. And these things, because it's not too hard, because you can't massage the fascia too hard. If you do, then it will just start restricting itself and start putting guards up again. So these types of things are really good for that. The fascia is obviously the tissue in the body. So yeah, lymph drainage, fascia massage, they're really good, really, really good. So I just wanted to show you that. And I don't think there's anything more that I want to say. So I'm going to love you and leave you. Thank you for watching, and thank you for choosing you.